Hey everyone, it's me Gavin, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the version 3.6 trailer, A Path of Providence, and special program for Genshin Impact, which I'm very eager to check out. We are finally getting the long-awaited release of a character that we've all been anticipating, and that is Baizhu, as well as the release of a character called Gavin, who I think looks absolutely incredible. Very familiar face for a Hoyoverse property, which I won't get into with this video, but needless to say, I really love the chemistry that he has with another character, Alhaitham, so probably going to be on my radar as one of the 4 stars I think that I'm going to be trying to get. I think he's a 4-star, I don't know, he could be 5-star for all I know, but we will find out with the special program regardless. So without further ado, let's dive into it.
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time, possibly longer than any records in existence.
Okay, this is very mysterious.
Starts from the very beginning of Teyvat.
Dragons?
Dragon King?
Dragon King?
We were victims of the apocalypse. We also became the apocalypse itself.
Oh, dude, I'm getting chills.
Is this what
This looks incredible.
Apocalypse?
No one can withstand the power of the apocalypse.
I'm very intrigued.
Both of you have only existed for a fraction of what you know as time. Yet you call yourselves lords of this land by leaning on the heavens' glow.
Is there any way to avoid fighting them?
So it seems like there's going to be a greater power for us to face. I'm digging the brand new enemy design. That is going to be a pain to dodge.
Life, death,
Baizhu?
and the world around us all follow a set of laws.
Oh, yes. That's what I'm talking about right there. Sick vibe.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Pharmacist,
Taking a turn
right?
for the better.
Feast your eyes!
Dude, let's go!
Watch and learn!
Dude, they both look so great.
Sight clear!
The competition is heating up. Oh, and
New
here's
event
Gavin
coming,
bringing
right?
up the rear.
What is going on? I'm very, very interested in what the event could be. It looked crazy.
At the same time, everyone will also be able to check out some details about the version 3.6 event wishes.
All right, sounds good to me. Nahida and Nilou. Okay, 2 new reruns. I am all for it. I think that anybody that missed it on Nahida, they should probably get her. She's a fantastic character, especially if you've already invested in another character like Alhaitham. Fantastic choice. I use Nahida in my main party every single day, but it'll give me an opportunity to pull for Nilou as well, which I did not get a chance to. Ganyu and Baizhu, also great. Was really expecting to see Eula for some reason, but I guess not yet. Maybe next patch. But Gavin as well as Baizhu, I think that's going to be a fantastic banner to pull on. Hopefully we'll be able to learn more about their skill kits very soon. I wonder what kind of usability they're going to have in combat, so that's what's keeping me very interested. If not, then you're probably going to be saving for Fontaine or something in the future, so let me know what your plans are down in the comments below, and that would be a great time. Alright, with that being said, let's check out their skill kits.
When on the road, one should take ample time to pause and appreciate the wondrous scenery.
I'm wondering
along the way.
when this character was going to release for the longest time. I'm happy to see that he's here now, though. So he seems to be a catalyst wielder. Obviously, Dendro. Really love the whole, like, channeling his chi or whatever and just, like, shooting imaginary blasts or, like, air blasts at the enemies. I don't even know what to call it. It just looks cool.
Okay, that's snake was...
Director Who will sometimes put up ads outside of Boo Boo Pharmacy to promote her funeral party. On top of that, poor little Chi-Chi is
Oh god,
terrified of
that
Hu
is so
Tao.
distasteful,
So there are some days
but
when
totally
Baizhu
up Hu Tao's
really has his
alley.
hands full.
Yeah, that does sound like something that Hu Tao would do.
But by the
As
way,
fate would have it, Baiju's
things are
master
for the
and
worse here.
former director
My
of
funeral
Wangsheng
parlor is,
Funeral Parlor
you know,
both
Wang Sheng.
studied
It's very
together
respected.
under the
Just
same
want to put that out
master,
there.
but the two had doctor.
Interesting.
Okay, cool.
I can't wait to check it out.
We want to see his abilities,
In
though.
his search for discovering new treatments and cures, Baizhu will often choose to test new medicines on himself.
Oh!
As you spend time with Baizhu in the field,
Okay.
you can make use of his knowledge of
That's
herbs
interesting.
and
So every
interact
single time
with
you
certain
harvest something
harvestable
now, you'll
items,
heal.
which will heal your current active character.
So,
That is a
since
very
Baiju's
different
a
ability.
doctor, I think it's
How
pretty safe
useful
to
it will
say
be
that
mid-combat
most
or
of
in
his combat
dungeons,
abilities are focused on
probably
healing,
not
right?
Yep,
the greatest,
that's right.
but I mean, it's
Baiju's
cool.
treatment in battle is usually performed in 2 steps. Step 1 is to control a wandering sprite that cruises through the enemies and restores HP to his teammates.
Okay.
Step 2 is to create a shield. When the shield refreshes, ends, or is broken, not only will it provide healing, but it will also deal dendro damage to enemies.
That
Baizhu
is
believes
pretty
that
damn
even in
cool.
a difficult spot, as long as the diagnosis and treatment are done properly, lives can always be saved.
Sweet. Looks like we'll be able to try out some new
I
team
wonder how
compositions
strong the
within
shield
mine.
will be, though.
For sure. Well, all right, I think that's all we have for Baizhu, so let's move on to our next playable character. I bet many travelers already know him well.
He's interesting. I need to know more
Glad
about
you
his
gave me a
skill
chance.
kit.
I always think it takes people
Dude,
with similar
Kava.
tastes to sustain a pleasant
Love
conversation.
his personality. He's very emotional. But I love it. I love that he just has that sass to him.
Breaking new ground.
He's just trying his best, Elliothan. Cut him a break, man. Come on.
Talents.
Yeah, for sure. As an
All right.
architect, Kaveh can help everyone save some materials when creating furnishings. And
Okay.
His mapping abilities might
That's
come in handy
useful,
during
especially
battle.
for everybody
As
that's
a unique
really
and
into their
creative
Serenity
designer,
Pod.
Kaveh must always bring tools with him. His toolbox, named Marak, not only provides Kaveh with tools, but also has many interesting uses. For example, Marak's mapping ability allows him to scan the battlefield, causing all dendro cores within a certain AoE to burst immediately.
Okay.
In addition to that, when Marak completely releases its energy, it converts Kaveh's attack damage to dendro damage and increases Kaveh's combat capabilities.
Okay.
You don't need to worry about triggering all those dendro cores at the same time. Kaveh won't be hurt by them. In fact, one of Kaveh's talents actually causes him to recover a set amount of HP when he takes damage from a dendro core.
Okay,
It's
so this is
always
where his
good to have a
usability
reliable
is.
partner like that. Changshang
He's a great
always gives
support
Baizhu a lot of
character
help
slash
too, you know.
healer.
Exactly, but
He
Marak
can
is
be
pretty
very
remarkable.
useful
It can even
in terms
wield
of
a sword for
parties
Kaveh.
with
That's a pretty
Dendro
awesome
and
toolbox.
Hydro because
I
of
know,
the
right?
amount of cores you'll be able to spawn.
Okay, so
That's
should
very,
be
very
just
useful,
about
and a
everything
different
we have for Kaveh.
party
How should I
setup
say
that you
this?
can have
I
set
think
aside
this
for him
character has more
specifically
depth than we
with
expected.
healing in mind.
Well,
It's
he
good to
is a
see that kind of like,
distinguished architect, combination of wisdom,
what do you want to
so
call it?
we shouldn't
Synergy.
underestimate him.
Yeah, Kaveh will be appearing in the main event for version 3.6, so maybe we give some details about that next?
Sure.
Oh, okay, I got this one. Our main event for version 3.6
Free
is the
Faruzan.
Academia Extravaganza.
Cool,
In
man.
addition to the variety of celebrations,
I
the
haven't
event
really used her a
also
whole lot,
serves
so I
as a
don't know
chance
how
for
to
the
use
six
the
star
shiz,
chance to
but
compete. The Extravaganza consists of 2 main parts.
Is it
the Wisdom
free
Gala
characters
and the
all
Inter-Darshan
around?
Championship. In the Wisdom Gala, the 6 Darshans have prepared 6 corresponding activities
Oh, no,
to
no,
show
no,
off the
okay,
style
okay.
of each
This is the
respective school.
actual
As for the Inter-Darshan
competition.
Championship, each of the Darshans will be selecting a single member to represent their school in a large competition.
Okay.
Great. So maybe we can talk about some gameplay that travelers can expect to see. It
Yes.
sounds like we'll be getting a total of 6 different game
It seems
modes
very
this
like
time. That's a
sports
lot.
based, so I'm
Yeah.
kind of wondering what the
Each
details
of the
are.
6 Darshans will be compiling their research to provide fun mini games for everyone to enjoy. For example, Layla's Rdawahis Darshan will be setting up an astrolabe used for studying astrology at their booth. When travelers adjust the astrolabe to the appropriate height and angle, the stars on the astrolabe will light up and form a pattern. Look, this time the pattern is a cute little fungus.
That's neat.
That does look like fun.
It will be completed very quickly, I'm sure.
The scholars from Kasharawar will have a game that displays their understanding of mechanisms and architecture. Travelers will learn how to use the least possible materials to build a road that meets certain requirements within a limited space.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm already getting a lot of ideas for this one. Okay. It seems
That's interesting.
will have a lot of freedom to try whatever arrangements they can.
Let me guess, we're going to be able to share custom-made ones with other players.
They're taking their booth pretty seriously. They will be holding an archaeological activity where travelers will use specialized equipment to detect relic replicas. Travelers will have to carefully observe the surrounding environment as they search, and even eliminate external interference affecting the detectors to find the relic replicas.
We've kind of had something like this similar in the past, right, where you had to like triangulate the destination
have to go running
or
around
the item you're trying to find.
Yes, there's something for everyone in these game modes. With this one, you can just relax and stay put while you listen to a story. But as you're listening, you also get to ask the storyteller some questions. If you're able to ask and uncover some key information, then you'll receive some clues to lead you to the truth of the story.
Very mysterious.
It's interesting, but
Spontamod, on the other hand,
are the stories going to be related to the lore, possibly? Because if they're not, it's going to be kind of like...
Of course, they'll kindly provide a variety of
you know?
potions to help travelers overcome situations.
How important is it, is all I want to know. How important are these stories we're being told?
And last but not least is a little bionic experiment set up by Tainari's Amorta Darshan. Travelers will be able to control replicas of various creatures and command their movement according to a specific rhythm.
Alright, so we had a combat event prior to this, and now this one's kind of like
which Darshan's events are you all most excited about?
Jumping mini game? I don't know.
Because that's what I'm all about. Combat and battle. And
it is what it is. I mean, I'll take the free copy of Farazan. And you know, the crowns, of course.
I like the star one. I like stars. It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's neat. It's not like I'm not gonna do it.
Listen to a story, because I think that's about my speed.
Again, if the stories are relevant to like the lore of Teyvat, then I'm all for it. But if it's just kind of like throwaway stories, I don't know.
Courage, and you won't want to miss.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Is able to claim the title of champion.
Very cool. Oh, and there is one more thing to mention here. Layla's very
hangout event
quest will be arriving with version 3.6.
Cool.
So be sure not to miss it. Okay, that's all.
Yay, we get to hang out with Layla.
I like hangout events.
Excited to check it out.
I wonder where that one's gonna take us.
Our next event will also be taking place in Sumeru. Waynute activity has suddenly been on the rise, and the academia is dispatching researchers to respond to the problem.
This time, we'll be helping scholars clear the desert of obstructions, assemble the Waynute Slayer cannon, and repel the wandering Waynute.
The Waynute Slayer cannon, huh? Wow, yeah, that's quite the name.
Same
As
snakes.
its name implies, it's very effective against Waynute. Our task will be to clear out any monsters nearby and help.
They're
with the
so annoying when you're
preparations so the
trying to
planet
like
can
do
start
something though.
I'm sure our travelers will be able to help handle.
I can't tell you guys how many times I've just randomly got attacked from beneath the sand.
To continue improving their combat abilities. During the challenge, travelers will have to complete 3 consecutive combat rounds. During each round, the system will randomly activate 1 or more of 4 possible effects at set intervals of time.
Okay.
So I guess it's safe to say that no 2 rounds will play the same.
I guess not.
Yeah. If the buff you receive happens to synergize with your team composition, then your team will really start to shine. I personally think it's interesting to have these random elements added to the challenge.
So it's probably going to be smart for you to make sure that you have different elements available in your party for this
Pretty
event.
powerful. The travelers should definitely try some different team
Unless it allows you to
combinations
change when you
and
get the
see what synergies
CD
they can come up with.
buffs.
And also, the Overflowing Mastery event will be returning once again with
Cool,
double
man.
drops for a limited time to help travelers keep leveling up their characters.
In addition to the events we've already mentioned, there will be one more event taking place in an all-new area.
All-new area?
First, I think we should reveal the new area.
Sure, by all means. What? No, please, come on, man.
And give another redemption code.
Yeah.
Baju, please.
Sounds good. Oh, but one more note, we'll have some info regarding new artifact sets during the break, so be sure not to miss that.
I kind of am digging the whole new setup of the special program, so we get to see a little bit of artifact information here. We've got Hydro damage bonus 15%. Again, this is going to tie into wanting to have one of those Hydro characters for a composition of a team with Dendro characters such as Kaveh, as well as Baiju. I think that set is going to be great. Possibly, let's see what it says. Normal, charge, plunging, elemental burst, hits, 1 stack, mirrored nymph. I wonder if that wouldn't be good on a character like Yelan, possibly. The other one's HP, and elemental burst. Okay. That's probably the set that we're going to be needing for Baiju, I'm thinking. Kind of seems like the Baiju Kaveh set. Because I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say that their abilities may or may not scale based upon HP percent or HP total.
Welcome
HP.
back, everyone.
Yeah, we are back and ready to show an all-new area being added to the game.
Okay.
That's right, and I hope you're all as excited as we are. This area is located deep in the desert, in the northwest of the desert of Hadramaveth.
Okay.
According to legends, it was one of the main rifts that monsters were emerging from during the Conria disaster 500
Dude, this
years
area
ago.
looks so
And the site of a
sinister. I love
battlefield
it.
Where God suppressed the power of the abyss.
Oh.
Although it was originally
Chasm
desert,
2.0.
the ecological system has completely changed due to the power of the abyss, and it has become a large, uninhabited area of swamps and wastelands.
So,
I love it.
you're
It's probably
saying
going to
that
be
we
very
might
heavy
be
with
able to
poison.
uncover some buried secrets about Conria there? On second thought, it kind of sounds like it might be dangerous.
Yeah. Luckily, we have some little helpers to assist
Oh!
us in our search. There will be a Pari
Neat.
named Sorush waiting for us that will lend us its abilities, allowing travelers to freely fly across parts of the area and access some locations that would be impossible on foot.
That's cool.
Wait, we'll be able to fly
I like
around
that
now?
change.
Yeah, this will be your chance to fulfill your dream, Zach.
Yes!
After helping Sorush recover its power, there will be a
Nice.
small event for travelers to help it continue its training. We will guide Sorush
And let
to
me
drive
guess,
away
we're
enemies,
going to be able
conduct
to
speed
have
training,
one as a
and complete
companion.
puzzles, so be
Kind of
sure to
like
check it out.
our
Travelers
little,
may also
what is it,
encounter
like
new
Sealies or
enemies
something
during
we
their
already
journey
have,
in
right?
version
Or
3.6.
fairies, what, I don't know what
Iniquitous
they're.
Baptist. Its abilities include using multiple elements
New
in
boss?
battle and creating shields for corresponding elements to reduce damage. It definitely looks like it'll be a formidable enemy.
That's not all. We have
I like
two
its
more
design.
interesting enemies that travelers will encounter. The Animo and Hydro Hilly-Churl rogues. These Hilly-Churls are wandering
Those are
across
Hilly-Churls?
Tibet and do not belong to any particular Hilly-Churl tribe. Sometimes they
Look
assist
way
other
too beefy to
Hilly-Churls
be
or tribes
Hilly-Churls.
in need of help. And they also have a unique combat style.
Even though it seems this place is full of new dangers,
I like the
that
design,
still won't
man.
stop the
Not
traveler
gonna
from
lie.
bringing new hope to the region. Some clues related to Conria are also waiting to be uncovered here, so it's definitely worth exploring.
I'm all for
And
it.
last
This
but
looks
not
great.
least, in version 3.6, the legendary Dragon of Verdure, Apep, will appear. The Dragon of Verdure was once an emerald green dragon that ruled Sumeru, but its color later changed to that of yellow sand. Recently, it seems to be suffering from some kind of illness. Travelers will be making their way to the Dendro Dragon's habitat to face it in battle, so we must be very careful.
Trying to figure out what kind of abilities it's using.
Phases. An interesting part to take note of is that in the second phase of the fight, travelers will need to protect the Dendro Dragon from monsters in order to prevent the dragon's illness from getting any worse.
Oh,
Wait, what?
that's a twist.
Yes, and in the third phase, the Dendro Dragon will unleash some extremely powerful attacks, so travelers will need to be careful to avoid those.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, we don't know
Interesting.
what the Dendro Dragon has been through and what exactly caused it to change into its current twisted form. Perhaps we'll get some more answers after we've faced it in battle.
Yeah.
The dragon has a close connection with Sumeru's history and gods. Going into its lair and determining what's causing its current condition is an important task and will be helpful to the entire nation of Sumeru. So, if you'd like to learn more about the Dendro Dragon, then be sure to check out Chapter 2 of Nahida's story quest.
All right.
Oh, for sure.
Hell yes.
I think
that's what I'm talking about right there. Lore. We need more information. We need to know what's going on.
And that's about all we have for new content in the upcoming version.
All in all, not bad in my opinion. I don't know, man.
We have an
I'm
announcement
interested
regarding Genshin Impact's music. The second album for the Sumeru region, titled The Unfathomable Sand Dunes.
Alright, well anyways, I guess that's gonna do it for the reaction. Unfortunately, we didn't get any teas for like Fontaine or anything, which is fine. I mean, it's 3.6, we still have 3.7 and 8, and more than likely 9 before we hit 4.0. So anyways, I'm sure we'll get some information or tease about that, possibly in the next special program, but I'm very excited for 3.6. I must say that a lot of like the events and stuff like that, they are probably going to be very short-lived, like they usually kind of are, but you know, they're spread out from week to week to kind of like hold us over until the next patch and everything, which is very much appreciated. The brand new characters, I'm very excited for Baiju and Kaveh. I think they both look great. I'm really interested to see how they're going to play out in battle. I'm very much inclined to get Yelan back in my main party and just kind of experiment a little bit with them. I think it's going to be great. And then also the brand new story content and everything in the new explorable area. All in all, I'm very happy with what we have to explore and to go through with the upcoming patch, so I'm very much excited to check it out. Let me know your own thoughts down in the comments below, and again, as always, we will always discuss down in the comments. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed the reaction and all the content here. Very much appreciate it. It helps a lot. And if you guys are so inclined to do so, please let me convince you to hit that subscribe button. Thank you again for watching. I will see you all for the next one. Take care. Peace.